Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande, Roth. We are looking at cold again, just like yesterday, about 34 for the high and sunny. So literally just above freezing, and with some wind, it could feel chilly today. Warmer tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully, we'll start a little bit of a warming trend. We'll see. We'll get to about 46, 47 for tomorrow, and a mix of sun and clouds. So we're getting there. We are less than 3 weeks from the first day of spring. Let's go. Excited about it. We're also less than a week this Saturday to our Southbound Writers Round Tour. I will be out there with you. Come on out. Great. WHBPAC.org. That's the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. What an incredible looking venue. What a great venue to see a show in. And those intimate acoustic shows, the songs, the stories. Have some dinner out there and then walk right in. You got some great strip of stores and restaurants in West Hampton, right where the Performing Arts Center is, and it's going to be great. We've done some shows out there. I was out with DJ Deuce and his wife Allie yesterday, and we were actually talking about a show from out there a number of years ago. Ray Lynn and Danielle Bradbury we had out there with a bunch of others. It was a fun show, and we did Scotty McCreery out there once. We had Gone West. Remember Gone West with Colby Calais? A fantastic venue. Can't wait to be out at West Hampton Beach this Saturday. Get your tickets at WHBPAC.org. All right, before we get into a couple of stories here, some Netflix reviews for you over the weekend. I found, okay, this is a silly show, but you ever come across just a silly, stupid comedy? It's a little raunchy, but is endearing. At the core, there is a nice relationships. In this one, there's two best friends, two buddies that run an ad agency out of Detroit. The show is called Detroiters. Now, this must have been on regular television because every episode is only 20 minutes. So, the commercials are out. So it's probably half-hour episodes at some point on regular TV. It's now 20-minute episodes on Netflix. It's from 2018. I just came across it. It's a little raunchy. It's a little rude, but it is funny. Laugh out loud funny at times and endearing. At its core, there are some really good relationships, including the one between the two guys who run the ad agency. So I recommend, for a good laugh, Detroiters. I thought it's pretty good. And then a movie I've been wanting to watch for a while, which my sister Amy kept telling me, yeah, go watch it. It's on Netflix, and she enjoyed it. It's called The Menu with Anya Taylor-Joy, Ralph Fiennes, who yesterday at the Oscars, Conan was calling Ray Fiennes. Is I don't know. Did I miss a joke there? Did he change his name? Is it Ralph? Is it Ray? I don't know exactly what was going on there, but it's an interesting film. It's described as a comedy, but it is dramatic. I would say it's more dramatic than a comedy, and it's interesting. It's called The Menu. It's about a restaurant that's kind of off the beaten path. You got to take a boat to, and what happens when you get out there to that fancy restaurant? Ah, yes, that's the story. That's the crux of the situation. So Anya Taylor-Joy is great. Pretty good cast. Judith Light, John Leguizamo, and others in there. It's called The Menu. Worth a watch. Never, I wouldn't think up for an Oscar. It could be a treadmill movie. Maybe a little more than a treadmill movie. So that's on Netflix as well. All right, how about this? I told you earlier in the show, for the second year in a row, they held the Florida Man Games. Yes, in St. Augustine, Florida. Which, isn't that the oldest city in the U.S., right? Isn't that the oldest capital or city in the U.S. from the 1600s or something? I remember very little stuff from social studies, but I feel like St. Augustine is that city. Anyway, Florida Man Games, second annual. And a good time was had by all. Here are some of the things they do in the Florida Man Games. These are all true. These all happened. The evading arrest obstacle course. You escape from handcuffs, throw an alligator through a drive-through window. Hopefully it's like a, blow-up alligator. You steal a catalytic converter, all while being chased by cops. That is the evading arrest obstacle course. The weaponized pool noodle Mud Duel. It's the joust from American Gladiators, but they do it in a baby pool, and the jousting poles are made of pool noodles and duct tape. Florida Man Games events, by the way, if you're just joining us. The Florida Sumo Cage Match and Beer Chug. You wear an inner tube, fight someone while holding a pitcher of beer. You try not to spill it, and the loser can also still get extra points by chugging the winner's remaining beer. Very fun, popular, successful event at the Florida Man Games. Here are some new events that were added this year. Hurricane Party Prep, the grocery aisle brawl. It's like medieval jousting, but in shopping carts. And if no one falls, you just fight it out for hurricane supplies. And the Human Beer Pong was also at the Florida Man Games. You're in a big inflatable bubble. You have to get past someone, then jump in a pool that looks like a red Solo cup, and the loser has to chug beer, whiskey, or bong water. Other attractions at this year's Florida Man Games: axe throwing, lawnmower races, mechanical gator instead of a bull, a best mullet contest, obviously. If you missed it this year, you'll get another chance. They already announced they're doing it again. Go ahead, book your airfare. You could probably get there right out of Islip MacArthur, and you'll be all set. All right, so if Florida Man Games is not something you're into, and maybe, just maybe your thing is high fashion, there was a hot new trend. You're not going to believe this, by the way. Or maybe you will. Hot new trend at Milan Fashion Week. Diesel, very popular jeans, right? They're expensive. Diesel debuted its latest collection, and it features extremely low-cut jeans with no boxers or anything underneath. Plumber's crack having its moment on the runway at the Milan Fashion Show, and almost immediately people online trashing it, saying they hope it doesn't become a trend. Some person had a good quote, said, "I feel like there's a return to deliberate undressing." That's a good quote. You got to think for a second to put that one together. So that's Milan Fashion Week. Diesel jeans, so low cut that they are bringing back plumber's crack. This was an article all around in different magazines. This one in particular, I think the New York Post has some photos. If you want to check it out, we cannot post them. Of course, we will not do that. But if you're interested, that is the hot trend coming out of Milan. Plenty more to do. Your Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment comes up about 8:12. National Day's Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. Bananas that don't brown right away. We'll tell you what's going on there if that's something you want to look into. And the dog breakout from a shelter. We will get into that as well. Plenty more coming up. We have a busy week. We've got the big show at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center, the Southbound Writers Round Tour this Saturday. Been telling you a lot about it. Intimate acoustic storytelling with 3 amazing voices. WHBPAC.org. Ian Flanagan, Jim Ranger, Randall Fowler, really talented fellas, and I'll be out there with you. We're going to be cold again, about 33, 34, sunny. Tomorrow, close to 47. Maybe you get a little warming trend going for your Tuesday. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.